Hey everybody. I just got to my studio here and I really wanted to make this video for you all. I got here a little bit early and I don't normally share this story with people, but I wanted to share this with you all today. And this is not a scripted video. Most of my videos are scripted. I know what I'm going to say. Today I'm just going to kind of freeball it and basically tell you how I started doing what I'm doing now, which is helping people through corrective exercise to improve their posture and get out of chronic pain. And it really all starts for me when my father died when I was 19 years old, right? So it was obviously, it doesn't matter what age you're at, that was a very traumatic thing to go through, especially at that age. It was very hard to see my dad kind of waste away and see how the Western medical system kind of failed him. It really left a bad taste in my mouth. And basically, what I, did, shortly after he passed away is I found a lot of like catharsis and relief in lifting weights. And, I had a lot of pent up energy and like rage inside of me. I really had a lot of this like pent up emotion that I would let out in the gym. And, for a while there, it was something that was really beneficial for me, right? It seemed like a healthy thing, right? Lots of times traumatic events like that can be catalyzing experiences for either good things or bad things, right? Like sometimes that can happen to people and they'll decide they're going to start doing heroin and, they're going to go down this like really negative path, very destructive path. And other people, that same thing can happen to them and they can decide that they're going to do something good for themselves. I thought I was doing something good for myself by basically working out all the time, working out like 7 days a week, lifting extremely heavy weights, like deadlifting 500 pounds, just basically blasting my body. And, for a while there, like I said, it worked out for me. It was a really good way for me to like release all of this energy, or I thought it was good, until I started coming down with injury after injury, and I couldn't work out anymore at all. I just couldn't train at all because my shoulders were constantly inflamed and painful. My back was painful. I was getting pain in like my SI joint at the base of my back. My neck was starting to get painful, and I just felt imbalance too in my body. My body actually felt imbalanced. My muscles felt imbalanced. So not only was I in pain all the time, but like my body felt like uneven all the time too, which is a horrible thing to feel. Especially when you're like somebody that was aspiring to be a bodybuilder and you have awareness of like how everything is supposed to line up and you're supposed to be symmetrical. So basically, I started getting injury after injury from all of my abusive working out. I was really abusing my body with training. So the saying like too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. That's exactly what I was using exercise for. I was using it as an outlet to not deal with my own emotions and the trauma that I had gone through. And eventually I had to stop working out completely because it got to a point where I just couldn't work out at all. I couldn't lift weights at all without my joints becoming very, very inflamed and very painful the next day. And it just wasn't anything that was sustainable to me anymore. So what I found when I was not able to work out is that all of these emotions and, traumatic memories that I wasn't thinking about consciously came out. They came out, basically. I had been suppressing them the whole time into my subconscious with my training, right? I just wasn't thinking about the responsibilities I had. I wasn't thinking about, I wasn't thinking about my dad a lot. I was just thinking a lot about, all like just working out hard, deadlifting as much as I can, things like that. And basically when I was not able to work out, I had to think about all that stuff that I was refusing to think about for like 2 years, right? So I was actually more depressed 2 years after my father passed away when I was not able to work out than I was right after he passed away. And that may sound morbid to some of you, but it was really just a result of the way in which I was coping with his death, right? I was basically just suppressing all the things that I didn't want to think about and making up for it through exercise. And then when I was not able to do that anymore because my body was broken, then I really had to deal with a lot of this stuff. So, for I feel like I went through like extreme depression for like 6 months, 2 years after my dad died, after I had to stop working out because I just couldn't work out anymore without my muscle imbalances getting any worse, without my posture getting worse, without the chronic pain that I was in getting worse. So basically, when I was not able to work out, like I said, I was depressed for a long time. I had a lot of stuff to deal with. And then I really, did a lot of like self-exploration. I started meditating, reading a lot of like self-help books and things like that. And I eventually got to a place where I felt like my mind was right again. And then trying to get back into working out, I kind of found myself in the same situation. I didn't know what I needed to do to feel good again physically with to like bring balance to my body and also get rid of the muscle imbalances and chronic pain that I had. I just had no idea where to go. And that's really when I started studying a lot of corrective exercise and physical therapy. Shortly after that, I started my partnership with an osteopathic physician. I worked in his office with him and learned a lot about rehab protocols and methods by working with his patients actually. And over the course of like 2 years, I've totally rehabilitated myself. And now my mind is right and my physical body is right now as well. I can finally work out again without joint pain. I'm able to actually move around and do all the exercises that I want to do at the gym without experiencing chronic pain, which chronic pain sucks, right? If you're in pain physically, it affects your consciousness and you're going to be, your mind state and your mood is all going to be affected. I mean, we all know that anybody that's like in pain is a grumpy person to be around. We most likely don't want to be around them. So long story short, when my dad died, I took to weightlifting and I used that as to like basically suppress all my emotions and not deal with things consciously. And I really fucked up my body doing so, created a bunch of muscular imbalances. And then basically over the course of like 2 years, I systematically screened myself for my imbalances, found out where I had these imbalances, and just like the things I teach, I used all these things on myself first. And basically, I realized that I had the ability to help people in similar situations that I was in, right? It's very easy to become hopeless when you're in pain all the time and you want to work out, but you can't. It's very easy to become hopeless. It's very easy to just give up, but you don't have to give up. There is a holistic and full body approach to rehabbing these things lots of times, right? So I kind of just wanted to make this video for any of you that might feel like, you might basically resonate with this. This message might resonate with you. This might sound like something that you're experiencing. And I just want you to know that it's not the end of the world. There is a way out, right? You just need a little help. So I'm kind of rambling now, but if this message resonates with you, if this is something that inspires you or something that you are going through or have gone through, then let me know with a comment down below or like this video or something. And if you know anybody that you think this video would resonate with as well, then go ahead and tag them or share this on their wall. And that's really all I have for you today. I'll see you next time.